Hey, cutie patooties. Y'all, no face cam today because y'all girl is looking rough after spring break with my kiddos. They all ended up catching a stomach bug right after the very first day of school. And so mama is a little bit tired right now, but we're gonna get right into this. Take off, soak down, and prep for a new set of acrylics. Y'all remember my sister? I did her nails about a month ago. So you guys saw how these nails grew out nicely. There was no lifting, no issues. So yay to me. I did my thing on that last set. But I do want to tell you guys that I'm keeping each and every one of you in prayer. God has been speaking to me about some things, and I love you guys. I love y'all. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And whatever you're going through right now, just know that someone is praying for you. And even if you think back on me, just know that I got all of you. I got all of you in my heart in prayer. I love you guys, and God loves y'all so very much. So we're going to get right into taking off her previous design, which was that beautiful pigmented rose look that we're looking for. Her nails grew out pretty long. These are all her real nails, and she did want to kind of take it down a little bit. So I'm going to show you guys exactly everything that I do to prep the nails, and I would do this whether I'm taking off builder gel or acrylic. It's the same prep, but minus the removal of the application, which will be a soak off today because it's acrylic. If it's builder gel, I'll just file all the way down to the thinnest layer. So I'm going to continue to remove this design, and then we're going to get into soaking off her nails. You guys can see how beautifully her nails grew out in this process. I was super proud of myself because I was so not expecting it to be like this, y'all. Like, my first time doing an acrylic fill on someone else, I was really truly pleased with how her nails grew out. So once I'm done doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my bowl with acetone. You guys have seen these soak off bowls before. I got them from Temu. It was $1 a piece, I believe. So I've got some warm water in the base, and I've got the acetone in there, and I'm just gonna cover it up to kind of keep that warmth going, and I'm gonna slowly start scraping these off. It took me about 35 minutes to scrape them off. I was being really gentle scraping them off. They were nice and flaky coming off, which I was so happy about that. And any areas that I was having, some trouble with it getting off, I just lightly filed it, put her nail back in the bowl to soak, and then I was able to scrape it off nice and easy. So I'm gonna let you guys watch for a bit, and then we'll be back. So the initial part of scraping off these nails, of course, it was just a little bit challenging because I was doing it like 15-minute increments until I got down to like a very thin layer, and I was just like, alternating from hand to hand, scraping and then placing that one back in the bowl to soak a bit. So I got a little bit scared at first once I started getting off the top layer. But once I got her nails back in there for another 15 minutes, then it was good. So I was saying maybe 35 to 45 minutes because I really wanted to get everything off. So honestly, maybe about 45 minutes truly is what this took me to get everything off of her nails and get ready to start prepping them for her acrylic application. Now, today's video is only going to be how I prep. Please stay tuned for next Tuesday's video so that way you guys can see the set that we did. I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek at the end, and we'll chat about that next week when that video is out. And I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to do this. Again, I'm sorry, no face cam today for you guys that love to see my face. I'm just exhausted, y'all. Really exhausted. I feel kind of bummed not being able to do it because I really feel like I'm actually talking to you guys like face to face when I do the face cam. But I am tired. So let's just continue to scrape, 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 scrape. And we will get back to getting these nails prepped. Sorry if I'm out of frame at times, cuties. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to work on it. I really don't like this angle either, but it gives you the best vantage point so you guys can see what I'm doing, you know. So I'm gonna just keep it at this angle for now, but some nails were coming off a bit faster than others, but I mean, it's all good. I can kind of tell what her previous nail tech had done when she was in Florida because it seems like the sides were coming off pretty fast and there was more product towards the center of her nails. So now that everything is off, I'm just gonna go in, push back her cuticles. I'm using acetone to kind of, you know, clean the nails, and that's what I'm using also to push back the cuticles so that way I'm not scraping against a dry nail and hurting her in any way. Like the entire process I was asking her, like, am I hurting you? Is everything okay? Please let me know if anything's hurting at all. So I'm taking my cuticle bit and I'm gonna go from right to left and just get any cuticle that's on her nail. She doesn't have a lot of cuticle like growth on her nails, which is great. I love that about her nails. And once I'm done going right to left, I'm just gonna put my e-file in reverse and I'm gonna go from left to right. And then we'll move on to the next step. Now for all of this process, as far as cuticle work and filing the surface of her nail, I'm keeping my e-file at 4,000 RPMs. I do not like to go higher than that when I'm dealing with the natural nail at all. I do not like to go any higher than that at all. And especially when I'm doing anything near the cuticle, because I do not want that e-file to slip. And there I am running over a bit across her skin and cutting her skin. So now I'm taking my 240 grit sanding band and I'm going around that cuticle once more and over the surface of the nail. I do not like using anything coarser than a 240 grit sanding band on the natural nail to pretty much remove the shine and smooth out any extra acrylic that may have been left on the nail or build a gel or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that across the nail, get it nice and buffed over and prepared for application. My sister has some absolutely beautiful natural nails, healthy and strong. I just love how her nails grow. She is in love with this shape as well, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna keep this shape forever. She's not into anything else. Her hands are very like dainty and feminine, and this shape is just perfect for her hands. So I love the growth of her nails and how her nails look in this shape as well. So we will continue to do this shape as long as she lives close by me, so that way I can do her nails. So as I'm maneuvering my e-file across the nail, I'm not going too consistently in one area, so I'm not causing any heat spikes or anything like that. Again, I was asking her consistently throughout the process if anything was hurting. Y'all can see like it was chipped a little bit on her thumb, but that was fine because we went to go ahead and you know, cut down the nails just a little bit. Now here I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the cuticle skin to kind of push back, lift up any of dry skin that's around, you know, dry dead skin that's around the cuticle. And I just went in and just kind of clipped anything that was there that needed to be clipped, which was just on one finger out of all 10 of them. It was just like a hangnail, and that's all I had to clip. Her nails were pretty nice and looking really good. So now I'm using my Tammy Taylor nail file, and I'm just gonna go ahead and refine that shape again. So I just filed down the tip just a bit, and then I go back in and refile it, and I'm lightly filing it to kind of prep my shape for the final look. Some of her nails do curve down like a claw, but that was pretty easy to fix, and we'll talk about that in Tuesday's video to make it look straight and not give that curved claw look. She does not like that look at all, just like me. I do not like that look, but I will talk to you guys about that in Tuesday's video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to lightly file her nails and get the shape back before we get into Tuesday's video.
Train her feet for running. Show her every door and how the windows let the sun in. Copy out the key and tell her this is for becoming. Even in the fever, baby, cry and get to running. And tell her that you better get your bootstraps up. You're with the army. Ready when the truth act up, nothing can harm me. Yelling from the roof.
I hope you guys like this video so far. Again, I'm sorry no face cam today, but I will be back as soon as I'm feeling up to it, y'all. I hope you guys liked all of the details in this video. I hope I explained everything well. I hope you were able to see everything well and see how you could change the shape and all of that. Everything I did in this video was done very gently and lightly, and she even says that every time I do her nails, like, you're way more gentle than most people that I've been to. She was afraid of the e-file before, but since I've been doing her nails, she's not afraid of it at all. I try to keep her in mind and just check on her well-being as I'm doing her nails, just to make sure that I'm not being too rough or anything like that. In total, this process from soak off to design finish took me 3 hours and some change. 11 to 12 to 1, 1 to 2. Yeah, like 3.5 hours it took me to do this. So, and we were kind of planning for it, almost 3.5 to 4 hours. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, cuties. It was great talking to you guys. Remember, I love y'all, God love y'all, and we'll most definitely talk in my next one. Bye.